Professor Zainab Abiola, a lawyer and also a human rights activist. She is also the chief legal consultant to the Nigerian police, and her office is at Abuja. The news now is that Zainab ordered her house help and one other guy, her domestic workers, that she ordered them to beat up this policewoman, to beat up the police orderly assigned to her by the Inspector General of Police to protect her as the chief executive legal consultant in Nigerian police. The reason she gave the order is because the police orderly refused to carry out some domestic work, indicating that it doesn't align with what she's meant to do as a police orderly. Because she refused to do some domestic work instructed by Mrs. Abiola to the lady, that's why she ordered the house helps and people around the house to beat her up. That is the allegation against her. But in her own statement, she denies all this. Later in this video, I will show and read out her statement verbatim, the way she wrote it, on her denying all this accusation, saying that she didn't order anybody to beat the girl. But here is the FCT Police Command post made about Zainab, the news update. Here, the police FCT Command said Professor Zainab Duke Abiola and co. were arraigned by the Chief Magistrate Court in Zone 6 for the offences of criminal conspiracy, causing criminal hurt without provocation, attempt to commit culpable homicide, and intentional insult to cause a breach of trust. The court ruled that the suspect be remanded in the Suleja Correctional Facility while the case was adjourned to October 5th for the next hearing. The next hearing is October 5th, so stay tuned to this channel for an update about the outcome on that day. So here is the statement released on her behalf by her Afro-European Lawyers League. They stated that our attention has been drawn to a fallacious, malicious, defamatory publication against our respected alumnus of National Institute of Policy and Security Studies, Professor Zainab, alleging assault on one of our police orderlies. We categorically state that this is not true and nothing could be further from the truth. For the records, our respected Revered Professor Zainab has never assaulted anybody anywhere at any time. It's not in her character. The facts are: 1. That on the 20th of April 2022, the IGP approved the validation and deployment of police orderlies to our leader based on the fact that she is the chief legal consultant to Nigeria Police and has her office at the first headquarters, Abuja. Number 2, that the police consequently assigned female officer who was among the perpetrators of the violence against innocent Nigerian citizens during the SARS. 3. That consequent upon discovery of her orderly involvement in police brutality against Nigerians, that Professor Zainab rejected the posting of a brutal officer and returned the said orderly back to the first headquarters to her bosses and told her bye-bye on the 19th of September. Number 4. That to our surprise, around 10 p.m., the former orderly returned with a vengeance, banging on our gates with some dangerous people, including a gun, threatening to kill everybody in the compound, and that the police orderly beat up family members of the professor household. 5. That, as can be seen in the video, a crowd soon gathered and there was street brawling, crowd fighting, and loss of property. 6. That this is very strange that the IGP will forcefully, brutally, and illegally violate the fundamental rights and liberties of a distinguished law-abiding citizen and proceed to forcefully take her pictures and maliciously publish same in the print and electronic media in this innocent democratic dispensation. We hereby call on President Muhammadu Buhari to immediately sack the Inspector General of Police and bring him to book to face the consequences of his gross violation of our constitution, as Alkali Baba Usman is not a fit and proper person to hold the office of the IGP.